Pranks come in all shapes and sizes, and so too does the prankster who deals in them. Similar to its much bigger kin, the Moonstone Dragon, pranks and Feywild influence run strong in its blood. And the Faerie Dragon is the littlest of guys out to prank in the biggest of ways. So if you're looking for a dragon to really put the prankster pain on your low-level parties, you're watching the perfect video series. Because on today's TPK or Bust, I'll be analyzing the smallest and clearly most terrifying dragon of 5th edition. The video series where I normally break down and organize the dragons of 5th edition with all of their flavorful skills and abilities, ranking them from team party killers all the way to dragons who are, well, just a total bust. But for today's video, we are talking pure prank potential here, people, none of that grimy combat stuff. Just spells, features, traits, and sneaky tactics you can use against any pastry-wielding party. First and foremost, we need to talk about motivation, and man does the Faerie Dragon love its sweets. From honey to sweet rolls, this dragon craves it all. But the grand prize at the top of that list is the immaculate apple pie, going to lengths one would consider astronomical to gather these sweets and munch on them with dragon hoarding bliss. But woe is me, this poor little guy is so small, so weak, he's just CR2. How is he gonna get his little treats? Well, don't you worry, he may be CR2, but he brings giggles and sharp teeth to the table. And by swiftly starting our analysis, the Faerie Dragon brings a whopping 3 strength to the table. He's able to lift small sweets like cookies and candy from unsuspecting adventurers' plates. Not to mention that 60-foot fly speed and bonus action invisibility really do help him zip in and dip out when this little guy really needs to get up and go. Plus, his innate spellcasting isn't just for show either. They know more spells the older a Faerie Dragon gets, and the Faerie Dragon spell list is a little deceiving. Because, you see, the Faerie Dragon spell lists are for l'epic prank, not dingy combat. They pick spells to master for pranking purposes only, nothing else. So game masters looking to use new or strange spells in unorthodox ways to pull legendary pranks, here's your moment. Use Gust to snuff out the campfire every time the elf tries to light it. Cast a fancy illusion over a beehive, making a poor sap believe he's found the treasure of a lifetime, right before the illusion fades away at least. Use Grease to make a party slip and slide in an already icy pathway. Or maybe you try your hand at insurance fraud with Feign Death. The possibilities are endless, the pranks unlimited. Let chaos reign, my chaotic good listeners. But spellcasting is nothing without a devious mind and a plan to back it all up. With 14 intelligence and proficient skills in Arcana, Perception, and Stealth, the Faerie Dragon has plenty of brains to keep one step ahead of even the more clever of prey. But what's a great laugh without people to laugh with? Feel free to pair one of these rascals with other mischievous Faerie Dragons, mischievously mighty pixies in the area, or even more serious pranksters like the big ol' Moonstone Dragon, and watch absolute pandemonium unfold. And when push comes to shove, its sharp fangs deal a staggering 1 damage every hit. Talk about reliable, you don't even need to roll a dice. With a breath attack, one could equate to eating 3 of those brownies your friend keeps in the fridge for their Friday night D&D sessions. The Faerie Dragon's Euphoria Breath is a great way to keep the laughs hearty and the pranks a-rollin'. Look, the Faerie Dragon is one of those monsters that brings a wonderfully lighthearted spirit to the game of D&D. I cannot recommend using them more than I am right now, especially if your group needs a break from saving the world every other session or uncovering the next great plot. Seriously, between the invisible giggling, hilarious pranks, and magic skills used only for the funny, how could you not love these little guys? I mean, for goodness sake, their second favorite thing in the world is swimming! Can you imagine how cute these little guys are while they're just swimming around? Sure, this video is as small as these tiny-sized dragons, but they had to be included on this list as I moved through the dragons of 5th edition. Do you blame me? I love fun features that can be used in unorthodox ways, and the Faerie Dragon is simply perfect in design and execution. As for rating this little dude, I have to say for a CR2 dragon, it's got just about everything it could need. Between a solid AC, a fast fly speed, spells, invisibility, communication, intelligence, and outright perfect motivation to keep on keeping on, I award this dragon an honorary spot on the TPK or BUST list, getting an official rating of 10 out of 10 in the Total Bust category. I promise, they may not fight, but you will for sure be busting out laughing with them at the table. So I'm gonna place them right here, nice and neat, and although they won't be beating any other dragon anytime soon, it won a place in my heart as the official TPK or BUST jester. And if you like this video series, funny videos or not, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment. Check in next time for a dragon so shiny and charismatic, you might say its tongue isn't the only silver thing.